Hello everyone, welcome to Innovative English Learning. You can also watch this video in Urdu from the playlist. Today we are going to talk about another aspect of past tense, that is past continuous tense. In this video we'll talk about the different uses of past continuous tense. We'll also talk about the different structures of past continuous tense like affirmative sentences, negative sentences, WH questions, yes no questions, and negative interrogative sentences. So let's see where can we use past continuous tense and what are the different structures. Past continuous or past progressive tense. We use the past progressive tense to talk about things that were happening in the past and had not stopped happening. They were continuing. Remember, whenever something was happening, something was in progress in the past, we express it in past continuous tense. Like, I was doing something, I was in the middle of doing it at a certain time. So we normally mention a certain time, and something was happening during that time. It was in progress, it was continuing. The action or situation started before this time but had not finished. It means that the action started before that specific time and it was in progress in that time. Like, I started doing, it was in the past. I was doing, it remained in progress. I finished doing in the past. So remember, something starts in the past, it remains in progress for some time, and then it finishes in past. For example, this time last year, so this is the past time, I was living in Hong Kong. What was happening that time? I was living in Hong Kong, but I am no more living in Hong Kong now. What were you doing at 10 o'clock last night? Last night 10 o'clock is the past time. Something started that time and it was in progress that time. So what were you doing? It is past continuous. I waved to Helen, but she wasn't looking. So it means that in the past I waved to her, but she was not looking. Okay. You can say that something happened, past simple, in the middle of something else, past continuous. Here it is a situation when two action they happen, one in progress while another happens that is completed. You can also use the past progressive tense to say what was happening when something else happened. So one thing happens that is completed and another remains in progress. So we have two actions, one in progress while another completed. We can use while or when before the past continuous tense in such situation. For example, Sam was doing his math homework when the phone rang. So the phone rang, that was completed. And what was happening that time? Sam was doing his math homework. Dad was cooking our dinner when I got home. So I got home, that is past simple, that is like the action that was completed. And what was happening that time? Dad was cooking our dinner. When I saw Asad, he was looking for his dog. So what was happening that time when I saw him? He was looking for his dog. We were all enjoying the movie when the power went out. So the power went out, that action was completed. And what was happening that time? We were enjoying the movie. It was raining when I got up. So when I got up, what was happening? It was raining. So in this scenario, we also use past continuous or past progressive tense. Now, what is the structure? How can we make the sentence affirmative sentence or positive sentences or declarative sentences in past continuous tense? So it's a very simple structure. We have the subject. So if the subject is I, he, she, it, or singular noun, they are followed by was, helping verb. If the subject is we, you, they, or plural noun like students, teachers, doctors, people, etc., they are followed by were. Then we have present participle or ing form, and then rest of the sentence. So that is the simple structure for making or forming affirmative or declarative sentences in past continuous tense. Now, how to make negative sentences? What could be the structure for negative sentences? So again, we have the subject, you, we, they, or plural noun, and they are followed by were. I, he, she, it, or singular noun, they are followed by was. And then we put not. Remember, we can also make a contraction of helping verb in not, like weren't or wasn't. And then again ing form and then rest of the sentence. For example, you were not playing cricket. We weren't watching TV. They weren't sleeping. I wasn't going to school. He wasn't writing daily. She wasn't reading stories, etc. Interrogative, yes no questions. How to make yes no questions? You may remember that yes no questions are those questions which are answered with yes or no, followed by the helping verb tense. So here we bring the helping verbs to the start of the sentence, were and was, then followed by the respective subjects like you, we, they for were, and I, he, she, it or singular noun with was. Then ing form, then rest of the sentence, and finally question mark. For example, were you playing cricket when I saw you? No, I wasn't. Were we watching TV? Were they sleeping? Was I going to school? Or was he reading stories? Etc. Okay, now how to answer these questions? There is the structure. If we answer these questions with yes, then put yes followed by a comma, then subject, and then the relevant helping verb. For example, were they playing? Yes, they were. Was I teaching well? Yes, you were. Was he playing with you? Yes, he was. If we answer it with no, so no, comma, subject, wasn't or weren't, according to the subject. For example, was he sleeping? No, he wasn't. Were we going the right way? No, we weren't. So that is how we answer yes no questions. WH or information questions, those questions which we form with the help of WH words and which need to be answered with a full declarative sentence. So here we bring the WH words in the start of the sentence, followed by the relevant helping verbs. So were with plural subject and was with singular, and then ing form, rest of the sentence, and question mark. For example, what were you playing, or what were you doing? What were you watching on TV? Where was he writing, or where was he going, or when were he going, etc. Okay, so that is how we make information or WH questions, and we answer these questions with full declarative sentence. We have another structure in these WH words, WH questions. We form it with which or what only, and here we have a choice. For example, we have the WH words which and what, then the object rather than the subject, and then the helping verb, then the relevant subject, and finally ing form. For example, which book were you reading? Which play were you playing? Or what novel were you reading or studying, etc. So that is how, what game were you playing? Or what game was he playing? Or what game was I playing? So that is how we ask these questions, and again they are answered with declarative, full declarative sentence. Negative interrogative sentence. Here we bring weren't or wasn't to the start of the sentence, then the subject, then the ing form, then rest of the sentence, and finally question mark. For example, weren't you playing cricket when I saw you? Weren't we watching TV? Or wasn't I going to school? Wasn't he writing stories? Or wasn't she reading novels? Okay, so that is how we make negative interrogative sentences. And we can also make these sentences with full form, like was he not coming, or were you not studying? Normally in written form we prefer the full form, while in spoken language we use the contracted or the shortened form. Okay, we have a small simple activity here. Complete the sentences, choose from the list. You have to pick the verb, helping verb and verb from this list, and you have to complete the given sentences. For example, the first one has been done for you. Today Helen is wearing a skirt, that is present continuous. Yesterday she was wearing trousers. What did he say? And the answer is I don't know. Why? Because I was not listening. I was not listening. So you have to pick wasn't listening. Complete the rest of the blanks yourselves. picking the words from the list. Put the verb into the correct form, past continuous or past simple. Remember, in the start of this video we discussed that we can use past continuous tense for a scenario where we have two actions, one in past simple while another is in past continuous. So here you have to look at the sentences and you have to pick whether to use past continuous or past simple. For example, Jenny waited for me when I arrived. Okay, what were you doing at this time yesterday? And the answer is I was asleep. So what were you doing at this time yesterday? Here subject you, and with you we use were, and do change do into ing form. So what were you doing? Okay, complete the rest of the blanks yourselves in the same manner. Okay, complete the sentences with the past progressive tense of the verbs in the parentheses. At the block party, lots of people were dancing in the street. So people, it's plural, we have to put were, and dance, it is changed into ing forms, dancing. I is followed by was, I was, and sit is changed into ing form, I was sitting in my bedroom reading a book. In the same manner, complete the rest of the blanks yourselves so that you practice this tense. Turn the sentences into questions. Now for making questions, you know that we bring the helping verb to the start of the sentence and put a question mark at the end. For example, the thieves were running away. Were the thieves running away? The policemen were chasing the thieves. Were the policemen chasing the thieves? So that is how we convert positive sentence into yes/no questions. Convert the rest of the sentences into yes/no questions yourselves. Thank you for watching Innovative English Learning. For more such videos, keep watching Innovative English Learning and do share it with your friends. Thank you. Take care of yourselves.